Hello there. Today this is Bill with 365preppers.com. We're going to go over how to make some of your own lead rounds for what we have is a .22 air rifle. That way we can use it to hunt small game and we're not wasting our good rounds on just game when we need to feed our loved ones when the shit hits the fan. Some things you may need to get things going. Obviously a pot that you're not worried about. You can do this in your house. I would highly recommend, you have a window open, the door open, fan on. I have a fan over the stove. I do not have it on at the moment due to sound. You guys will want to have something to be able to grab the hot metal. So I recommend some good old welding gloves. I made this little scoop, and it's just out of an old ice cream scoop that I took and hammered with a screwdriver to give it a little bit of a lip in there to pour nice and easy. Built this little jig up here just to hold this so it's easier to just turn it, pull it out, dump your rounds out. This gets extremely hot really fast, so definitely use your gloves for that. I got a little scraper that you can use as this melts and the impurities start to float to the surface. You can take it, scrape everything to one side out of your lead, and it can also be used to scoop it out of there. We highly recommend that you take all precautions with the heat because you don't want to be burning yourself. It does get extremely hot using all these. This gets really hot. Do not burn yourself. We don't want that. We're using the Nomad maker kit. You can go online and find these. We highly recommend it. It was about $250, $260, I believe, shipped to the house. It comes with the mold itself. It also comes with this, which we will do in a later video. This is the tool to actually shape your rounds from the blanks that come out of here. You then take them, make your rounds, and then you can store them. We have containers in our bug out bags that we use, and we take them with us up camping. When we do our survival weekends, we take them with us, and again, for small game, it's a great little tool to have. That way you never run out of rounds, at least to feed your loved ones. So let's get started here. Again, make sure you have a lot of ventilation in the house because you don't want to be breathing in the fumes of the lead. I just use this. It's not necessary I have tile countertops, but again, a lot of people have laminate or whatnot and you don't want to melt them, so I would recommend putting them on something at least so it doesn't directly hit the surface. I just piece of cardboard seems to work here. And again, gloves, don't want to get burnt. And check your lead, make sure it's nice and liquefied there. Heat gun to check it, everything. It's been heated for about 10 minutes now. The burner itself is right around 900 degrees, where we're showing it 950 to 980 in some spots. The lead itself, the temperature inside is only showing, probably because of the reflection, around 500 degrees. We'll take a nice scoop here, show you how this is done. It liquefies fairly quick. It stays that way for quite a while. Any excess after you're done making your rounds, just pour back in here, and you can continue on making rounds for however long you need. Just take a scoop here, pour them in there, Dump the extra in there. It doesn't take long for this lead to set up and the rounds to be made. Pull it across here. That cuts the top off the blanks. And you take this, set it aside. It can go back in later. There you go. Your rounds are out. You can just put it back together. And you're ready for another scoop to make some more rounds. And you can see it doesn't take long to do this. You can make quite a few blanks in really a short period of time. Again, this just sets up fairly quick. Fold across. Set the excess aside, pull her out, tap it off, get your rounds out. Good for me that I have a tile countertop. You might want to take and maybe put a piece of tin down, something that won't melt or burn, if depending on where you're working at. Shop would be preferred. I don't have a shop, so it just goes to show that you can do this in home. You could also, if need be, if shit hit the fan, we didn't have power, you can get this up to the 900 degrees, around 1,000 degrees. I can do that in my wood stove fairly easy. You used my heat gun to check it out, and I can get the wood stove inside well over 1,000 degrees to where it won't register anymore, and melt this down fairly quickly to make your own rounds. Now, I'm about a minute with the talking. I've made 10 blanks there, so it doesn't take long to get quite a few rounds. 10 blanks could obviously go to 10 rounds, and a few rabbit, a few squirrel, a few bird, if need be, could feed you and the loved ones. Myself, I have myself and 4 kids, and a couple birds, squirrel, rabbit, something of the sort. If we don't have any meat, be pretty easy to get with 10 rounds. When you're done, you scrape it off, you take out what's left over, just drop it back in there, and it melts back into liquid state fairly quickly. Again, every so often you can scrape your impurities out of the way. They all tend to float to the top. And then you have a little pile in the corner. It usually stays to its side fairly well. Again, only takes a few minutes to make quite a few rounds. Solidifies fairly quick. If you want it to go a little quicker, a little blow on it. Cools down quick enough to get it out of the way. Slide it aside. Slide it out. Rounds it out. Again, make sure you have your gloves on, because this is extremely hot at this point. Battery's almost dead. Inside we're already at 105 degrees, and that's just from dumping it in a few times. 130 plus degrees on this, so you definitely don't want to be touching this with your bare hands. And again, a few minutes, we have quite a few rounds, and now we will go and I will show you the shaping process and the tools you will need there also to make your own pellet rounds. These again are 22s. The Nomad does come in the 177, the .20, the .22, and the .25, and we definitely recommend getting one of these and keeping it and showing the family how to use this to make sure that you have the rounds you need. You never know when you may, we may run out of bullets, and you may not have those to shoot any of your small game that you're looking for. So we recommend getting the highest powered air rifle you could find. We got a really nice 22 air rifle, and these work wonderfully, and we've taught the kids to use these. They are getting better at them. My girls are extremely well with the rifle, and they also are excited at the fact that they've learned how to make their own rounds, so if they ever need to, this is a way that they could, you know, go and hunt themselves for any small game if necessary, because you don't always know if you're going to be the healthy one around the house. It may be your children at some point taking care of you out there if shit hits the fan. Again, this is Bill with 365preppers.com. Check us out. Check us out on Facebook. Message us. Like our page. And we'll go to the next step. Step 2 of making your own pellet rounds.